Alright guys, welcome to Emanate Summer Sessions. It's so good to have you join us today. I'm Dan, I'm kind of going to be your host if that's the thing. And with me today I have Lizzie.
Woo, hello.
Lizzie Lou. And we've got Sam McWilliams.
Hello.
And today we're kind of it's a bit of an involvement from It's an involvement, right?
Evolution?
It's an evolution. It's an evolution from our interviews we did a while back. Welcome to EmanateTV.
Mayonnaise. Oh.
And it's kind of grown. We want to create this little show and a little podcast that hopefully will be a little bit entertaining as well as informative and challenging as well. So what we're going to do first, we've all, as you can see, we've kind of got some items here and all of them kind of reflect some of us and the crew here. So yeah, do you want to go through it? Why you picked your items? Who wants to go first?
Sam.
Okay, Sam wants to go first.
Sam's going first.
I brought drumsticks.
Why have you brought some drumsticks, Sam?
Because, funnily enough, I play the drums.
Nice.
Shocking.
Yeah, okay.
And then the second item, I stand up, I have brought a rugby ball, which clearly hasn't been played with. It's not pumped up, but very keen passion of mine is rugby.
It's the joys of lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's put it up upside down. What's that about?
That'll hurt you.
You can leave that there.
Yeah, I believe it.
How about you, Lizzie? What have you brought
Right,
today?
I got in these two little houseplants because basically I've not killed a houseplant for a year, which is a record of mine, and I used to kill them all the time. I've got loads more at home, but I just put in two little ones and I'm quite happy with them. I don't ever water them, so I hope that's fine.
Because they're succulents and they're not easily killable.
Yeah, this cactus I water like once in 6 months, but it's great. And I bought the rainbow on the top of the back because I think rainbows are really pretty and it's a really sign of hope at the moment, and that we're hoping for a better future. We're thankful for our NHS. And it's actually my little girl's, she's just over 1, and her rainbow toy. So I thought that wraps it up quite nicely.
Cool. My items, I brought a skateboard. Big part of my life and upbringing was skateboarding. Did that quite a lot, skated quite a lot, and that evolved into my passion for surfing. I've got 2 surfboards. This one hasn't been surfed for a while. I kind of did a little bit of art on it, and this is my favourite surfboard. My fish. So yes, that's kind of me. That's kind of what we do. So we're going to start off by doing a game, and we're going to bring in John Boy, our games master. Come on, John.
Here we go. Right, so I'll be the games master. Obviously, I'm the fun guy of the group, naturally. So I got to do that. And because you were talking about your items, go with mine. Big fan of football, well, champions after 30 years, so got to give them a shout out. Liverpool, and obviously the Super Swans, so can't forget
Jacks.
Right, so to get on to the game. Right, Sam, Lizzie, ready for this?
Oh,
there are forfeits involved.
I do not know what the forfeits are, so I'm really nervous.
Exactly, so we've got 3 forfeits here, so I'll whip them out later. Object of the game, so it's called Poker Face, essentially. I'm going to put the little panda in one of the boxes. We're going to start with Sam. You've got to decide whether you want to keep the box. You'll get to look inside the box, decide whether you want to keep it or swap it. And then you go to Lizzie and you decide whether you want to keep the box or swap it. Person with the panda in at the end does a forfeit. Okay. Easy as that. So all I want you to do is just turn your heads away for like 2 seconds. And you can turn back now. Right.
So now you and the crew know where the panda is.
So now everyone but these 2 know where the panda is. Ooh. So I'm going to get Sam to have a look in the box. There is an obstruction, so Lizzie won't be able to see if you do open the box.
I mean, I can see the panda now.
Oh. Well, Sam.
I think Sam should get the penalty just
Turn away again.
Not
Turn away again. We'll go again.
I'm more nervous now.
I know, that's what we're building up suspense.
It's gonna pick
Just as we planned it.
I know I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it.
Right, turn back. And Sam, just look in the box.
Turn it this way.
Yeah.
No, because I suppose you
Yeah,
can.
Yeah.
There we are. No, wait. Just have a look.
You can lift the lid up. Put it that way.
That's fine. Turn it back. And now, do you want to keep that box or do you want to swap it?
I made a judgment. I would like to swap it.
Ooh. Okay. So we're going to swap it.
Why not?
Don't look.
And then I need to decide whether I want to keep this or not.
Yeah, do you want to keep it? Based on Sam's reaction, basically, you want to decide whether you want to keep it or swap it. And if you got the panda, you lose.
So why would he want to keep? Why would he want to swap it? He wouldn't say swap it if he had the panda. If he didn't have the panda, would he? Because now he's got the panda. But then I might. Ooh.
Or they all double bluff.
I want to. I'm going to
Gotcha.
keep my box.
You're going to
No,
keep
no.
it. Sam, do the big reveal then. Open your box.
You better
Oh,
you
come on,
better
yeah.
say it.
Unlucky Sam.
My tactics.
So you get to pick between 1 to 3. 1, 2 or 3. Which one do you want?
3 is the magic number.
Is it though?
I mean, that's what I'm going for.
3 is sing a nursery rhyme with no lips. So we've got these.
No lips.
No lips. Could do that. Got to put that on.
Oh no.
Hasn't been used, don't worry.
Oh no.
And you got to put that on.
Actually,
Never
that's
been
really
used before
hard.
though, so don't worry.
So it's that, no? How'd you put these on?
Yeah, I
There you
think so. The way you had it.
Oh, okay.
The upside.
Oh.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, brother, you and me, Sam.
Oh, nice. Looking good. Right.
Oh.
Singing for your favourite nursery rhyme.
I think I forgot. No, it's fine.
Go. Or should I give you one?
I don't already know this.
Mary had a little lamb.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb,
Well played, well played.
I can take that.
Put it in there. Right, we're going to have another round. We've still got 2 forfeits left, and we're going to see. We're going to give it a try. Now you know what you're doing, so we're going to do it again. This time Lizzie will get to go first. If you turn away, turn away, both of you, and we're going to have a look again. Right, turn back. And this time, Lizzie, if you look inside your box,
Wait, I can't lift it.
if you turn it towards you so you can just see there.
Okay.
There we go. Turn it back. So do you want to keep your box or do you want to swap it?
I am going to. I'm going to keep it.
Are you? Tactics. Or
Keep it.
Sam, obviously that's from what she gave. Did she give anything away? Body language or is that anything?
I'm
Is that
thinking
cute?
this is a mixed tactic.
Oh,
I'm thinking like Lizzie, no.
what's your plan?
The panda is in that box. No doubt.
So you're not swapping, you're going to keep
No,
yours?
no doubt in my mind,
changes?
the panda is there.
100%.
100%.
Sure?
100%.
You'll have to do another forfeit, mind.
Oh, 100%. I'm not doing the forfeit.
Yeah?
I'm telling you.
Right, let's have a look. Open your boxes, guys. Oi! Oh, Lizzie, it's only right that what you
I
have
saw
to do.
Iru-Bru in the penalty box, so if
well.
I got Iru-Bru, I'll be alright with that.
Well, you've got 2 left, so maybe one of them does involve the iron, maybe one doesn't. So you got to pick between, you got 1 or 2. Sam picked
I
3.
imagine it's down Iru-Bru. Oh, regrets. Okay, number 1.
Number one is not the Iru-Bru. Number 1 is for a break dance routine.
Oh my goodness.
Or if you want just a general dance routine. if you're
Right,
not
okay,
doing
I
break.
do, but I know I can't get this close. I'm gonna like shuffle this up.
Yes,
I haven't
do
quite
your
got-
favourite dance
I
move
can't
then,
do
if
like a
it's not
floor
break
break dance, but I'll give this one a go, is it? Oh,
Yes, go on. Yes,
right.
here we go. Yes, love it.
I think that's all I've got for
Nice,
I'm gonna keep
nice.
going. Woo! Right.
That's good, I'll play. Nice. Oh, that's good. Right. I think we got 1-1. I think we got what time for a decider.
Yeah.
We'll do one more round.
Oh, it's not
it's 1-1. It'd be wrong to end it on a draw. We don't do draws.
No.
So we're going to do one more time. So turn away. This is the final round, guys. This is serious now.
I don't want to lose.
It's like World Cup final jobby.
I don't want to lose, but I'm kind of excited by the Iru-Bru, so
Maybe that's just a decoy.
could be.
That's the thing. You just don't know.
Might be John's drink. Never know.
Right. Turn back. To decide who goes first, only fair, we do a cheeky game of rock, paper, scissors.
Classic.
The classic. We'll
Can I actually
do
resolve
1,
most problems with
2,
rock,
3
scissors?
reveal, just because that's always an issue for those people.
So reveal, yeah.
1, 2, 3
Reveal.
Yeah.
Alright?
Best out of 3 or just 1?
Just 1. Oh, we're doing it all out.
Best
No
out of
mess
3.
with that.
Best out of 3.
Nah, none of that. No time for that.
We got it
We're going 1, winner takes all.
Right.
So, right. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll count you in. Or you guys do it. Just do. Alright, let's go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, Sam for the win. Or do you want to?
Okay.
Do you want to have the look, or do you want to? This is adding an extra level. Do you want to have a look, or do you want to let Lizzie have a look?
Oh, tactics.
Choices.
I will have the look.
You want to have a
That's
look?
okay, please.
Right. Let's do it to make more drama. Turn away. Ooh. And you can have a proper look inside the box. Yeah, you happy? Oh.
And turn back.
Right. Close it. Now you may turn back. Right.
Oh, he's smiling.
Oh, what's that mean? So, do you want to? Did you say you want to keep, or do you want to swap the boxes now?
I would like to swap the boxes, please.
You. Right. Ooh. What's your reasoning behind this, Sam? Any tactics, or just is the panda in yours or not?
I'm just saying the panda was in mine, and I've put it over there for Lizzie, because I don't want to do that forfeit, because Iru-Bru's spicy.
Oh,
Spicy.
nice.
What's wrong with your taste buds?
It's just fizzy drinks, spicy. No.
Why would you tell me it's now in front of me? Because I can swap it, see? But then it's bluffing. Do you know what? I'm going to be in charge of my own
Destiny.
I guess. I think I'll have whatever's in here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're going for it. Oh, right. This is for the decider, mind. Overall games. Game 1, loser. Right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I got the panda!
Yes, the panda. So yes, and you were right. It was the last final challenge. Forfeit was to down a bottle of Iru-Bru. Sam, you were buzzing about this, obviously.
No,
you love Iru-Bru.
I'm so glad I'm
So,
Oh no.
yes.
Right, okay.
alright,
What's going on?
there you go.
Can I have a bucket or something? I might literally spit it all
Here's
back
an
out.
unopened bottle of Iru-Bru.
Thank
for
you.
your-
I'll just use, if I need, I'll just use the box if there's any like spillage.
Do it.
Oh my gosh. I went so fun.
Oh, we've
Next,
got a
I'll
bin
run
on
upset and
standby
oh my
just for
gosh.
that. Here we go. You said you loved Iru-Bru, so you know, this is made for you.
Okay. I'm also very aware that there's like a time limit on how long this can take, so oh, it's extra pressure. Okay.
Yeah, the time limit is like 10 seconds.
Nice and oh, I'm gonna resist it. Right. I can't down anything, so it's gonna be a slow sip.
Oh.
I just choked on water. Right.
Oh, go on.
I can just see
Good
the
effort.
spice. Oh.
Lizzie. Sam, you're buzzing this, aren't you?
It's like
aren't you?
drinking TV static.
I'm not even halfway, I'm terrible at this.
Oh, come on, Lizzie.
Oh,
Don't
right,
let team
one
down.
more.
One more spoon. Oh, well done. Good effort.
Oh my days.
Oh, watch out. I think she's the real winner here. Sam, sorry to say.
No doubt.
Oh, well played.
Oh, so I'm gonna burst.
Have you got it? Have you got it in you?
I
Have
can
you got
feel
in
it.
you?
Oh my
Go.
god, I don't know, I can't jump. Look, I'm only just over halfway.
Oh, if you're not feeling it, we can always say, save it. But
I can't lose.
we'll
I
always
can't
be
do that.
labelled as a bottle of it.
Oh, I think I might be taking too long. Right, I might have to. I'll do one more.
Final
and we'll call it. We'll call
final
it
seven,
one
we'll
more.
call it a day. Oh, good effort.
Just inhale it.
Oh, I know. Oh, no. Well done. Oh, that's why the bin's on standby.
Oh,
And that's what we like to see.
okay, back.
All right,
That's
so
not
well
up.
played. So
Oh.
our overall winner, well, I think our overall winner is
So I've got to give it to
Lizzie, for being a champ, for doing all that.
I wish I knew what the formats were.
So yeah, thanks guys, just going to hand it back to
Thanks,
Dan.
John. Cheers, sir.
And
Fantastic.
we'll see you again
Thanks,
soon.
Thank you, John.
Oh no, I might need that.
Cheers, John.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for that.
See you later.
And now we've got the challenge of Lizzie being able to talk for the rest of the life. Breathing that.
Yeah,
I gotta be honest,
there
I would have nailed that.
There might be a fair few books, but we'll see how we go. I hope it's a bit.
Oh, well played, guys, and I kind of got away with that. I thought I was going to get called in for that last challenge, so that could have been me, but I wasn't, so I dodged a bullet. So guys, we're going to talk a little bit about social justice, and we're going to talk about a little bit of our hearts behind it. You okay,
Yeah,
Lizzie?
okay, I'm okay.
Pull yourself together,
I'm
have a
just
deep
rolling a
breath.
little bit, but I think... Alright, I'm there.
Take a deep breath.
We're in.
Back in the
We
room.
got it, back in the room. Right, okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about social justice. For you guys at home, we have been, over the past few weeks, or well actually ever since we started Emanate, our heart has been to love boldly and live generously, and that's to love people as boldly as possible and to live as generously as possible with our lives and with our resources. And we do that because God inspires us to do that, and Jesus is the main resource and inspiration to why we do that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that and unpack some of these things a little bit more. We've done a few videos, a few things that are talking about things like racism over the past. What other stuff have we done? Can you guys remember?
Oof.
Name a few things.
On the spot now, Tom. Black Lives Matter, we've looked at...
Litter picking and environmental stuff.
On the beach.
Beach things. So we've done a few things and we want to carry on that journey. So I'm going to ask you guys, right? Social justice has been a big part of our lives. So what kind of started that journey for you? Why did you start caring about people and also about this planet? Who wants to go first?
Go on,
Lizzie,
I'll do
on,
it.
go
Sam
for
looked at me, I'll go for it. For me, it all stems from my faith in Jesus. And when you read the Bible and you read, especially the Gospels, you read about Jesus' life, he just lives this life of love and putting himself second, and obviously wanting to tell people about his Father and tell people about who God is, but not just with his words, but his actions as well. His whole life is about serving other people, and not just his buddies or his friends, but actually there are so many examples, especially in the Gospels, of Jesus spending time with people that get looked down upon by his society, by where he lived, and actually he models like spending time with people, looking after people, showing people that actually we're all God's children. And so in Mark 12:28-31 it says, Jesus' greatest commandment is to love the Lord God with all your heart, mind and your soul, and love others as yourself, like love your neighbour as yourself. So I choose to love people as an expression of my faith. So Jesus says love people, so I go, okay, I should love people then. And love can feel a bit fluffy and a bit, oh, what does that even mean? But when you apply things like social action and looking at like how we can love people, it becomes a bit more accessible, and it becomes rather, what is this word love? Does that mean I go around hugging people? Well, actually no, it means putting people first and giving your time and your money, your effort, your prayers, and just putting them before yourselves.
Cool, that's really good. So Sam, what about you? What started your journey with social justice for you?
I think for me, something that got me started was just healing. And there's three types for me. Healing is physical, so let's say praying for someone to have a leg healed or something. Second one, spiritual. So let's say someone's going through a really rough time and just sort of like neglecting sort of their Christian views sometimes maybe, and just not really being able to like read the Bible, feeling down because of that, just getting healed from that. And then the third one, emotional. So that just stems off for me from like depression maybe, and just feeling down and low, and just having the healing of bringing back to joy and being happy in life. And I just love stuff like that, and that's where I've sort of gone for.
So seeing healing in like mental health as well and things like that, because that's quite a big topic at the moment that people are really struggling with. And actually, as Christians, we believe that actually God can heal that, and it's not. It is something that we take seriously. It's not something that is easily gone, and we should neglect that. But it's something that God can bring healing in as well, which is really good. I think my journey kind of started before I became a Christian. I actually wasn't a very nice person, actually, to be honest, and I didn't really care much about the planet. I was that kid who like just threw litter on the floor and to be honest, I was quite nasty to people, you know. And that was partly because I struggled in life. I was bullied when I was younger as well, so I kind of like, I think bullying can kind of take you to one way. Either you go to the route of like, I don't want this to happen to anyone else, so I'm going to do everything I can to stop it from happening, or it can take you to a place of just selfishness because you're like, I'm going through a really hard time and this really sucks, then all you care about is yourself, which can be fair enough because you're going through a hard time, but there's also negatives to that as well. And I think when I became a Christian, I gave my life to Jesus and like, God, like God's awesome. But when I started spending time with God, God started giving me his heart for his people and his heart for creation, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I actually want to start caring. Want to start caring for people. So things that struggled, like the first thing that came onto my, that God kind of put on my heart was when I was a young person, I found it really hard. I found it hard in school, I found it hard in being bullied. And I was like, I don't want other young people to go through that. And I knew a lot of friends who were stuck in poverty. And I think sometimes like young people can just be at a disadvantage in life through no fault of their own. And that's kind of where I'm at now as a youth worker. God's put that on my heart, and I want to see young people kind of thrive in everything that they can do, you know, and have the opportunities that everyone should have. So that's kind of my biggest thing, social justice. So that kind of leads on to you guys. Guys, what is the biggest passion you've got healing? Lizzie, what's your biggest passion at the moment?
Do you know what? I find that so hard to think about before I came. I think for me, my biggest passion, it almost, I think as people, as Christians, it should be actually saying, we know we can't solve everything, and yes, we can be the best we can be, but almost we can't be passionate about everything because it would be exhausting. But for me, it's actually living that life where I'm continually like listening to God and being like, or like when I'm scrolling through Facebook and I'm listening to the news, if something particularly like sits on my heart, actually spending time going, oh, what is that, and educate myself about it, and then thinking actually how can I respond? Do I pray about it? Do I give my money? Can I give my time? Something I can do? Can I fill a petition? Or can I go and go to a march? Or can I give money? So I think that's the life I like living, is actually saying, I want to be passionate about people, God, like speak to you about what you want me to do. I think there are a couple of things that I'm really passionate about, and I'm a secondary school teacher and I love working with young people. And I think we've all been in secondary school, and like you were saying, it's hard. There are kids, like everyone's home life is different, and for some people like they thrive in school, and some young people can feel like particularly challenged by it, or not listened to by their teachers, or they have a really rough time of being bullied or bullying people, and they just don't like. So one of my biggest passions is trying to make my classroom a classroom of justice, and I want to show young people I'm listening to them, and they have a voice, and I don't shout at people, and if someone's doing something wrong, I want to find out why, what's going on there. So whilst it's not like this topic of social justice, it's something I really want to like, something I do in my personal life. Like I can make a difference in my classroom, and with people I work with, in really being like, I value you, I want the best for you.
That's really good, because what I want to do is actually unpack that a little bit more. So for you, Sam, as well, like, I'm going to throw you guys a little bit of a curveball here with questions. Okay. But when it comes to school, what sort of social injustices do you see in school? Or school or college? You're in college, I'm not Sam. So what sort of social injustices do you see in school and college?
I think in college at the moment, you see a lot. Like sometimes people get picked on for just what they look like. People get picked on from where they're from. People get picked on for just a number of things that they can't change about themselves. And I think that strikes a lot of people because we're aware of it happening. And I think lots of people think, oh, I can't do anything to change that. But I think a key message, I think, for people my age as well is just like, you are heard if you speak up, and you can like face up to facts. Like, don't just acknowledge them and move on. Like, if everyone does that, there's not going to be a change made. And I think just people just speaking up and just standing for what they believe in and not having to back down and change things about themselves will just make sure that, you know, in future these problems may still exist, obviously, but you won't be alone in it. And just standing up and just being together through the problems.
Yeah, that's really good. Lizzie, do you see any other social injustices in school when you're there?
I think just an example that jumped into my mind is that like almost. I remember when I was young, and it feels different today. Like the bullying kind of culture. Like I think when I was in school, it felt more obvious. But like as a teacher, I guess I'm not part of the students, so I don't see it from that perspective. What I do see is people willing to accept being bullied because they believe less of themselves. They almost believe, I don't want to say anything because, and people don't want to say anything because maybe they feel like they deserve it or they don't deserve any better. Like, who am I to question it? And they don't, it's really hard to say that. I see people sometimes just accept it. And that for me just speaks like, no, just come out of the situation. You don't have to stand there when people are being horrible to just move yourself. Or say, you don't almost, they feel like they have to snitch on each other. Actually, we could just say, I don't want to be part of this. I believe I'm worth more than that.
We've got an alarm going off.
It's Brian worth. And I think it's that, I guess the social justice I'm seeing is people not believing they're worth more than what other people are saying about them. They don't believe that they are worthy of not being bullied or having kind things spoken about them.
That's
or
really
being listened to. I think I want to give people space to believe that they're worth more than that in school.
And I think you sharing that, I think sometimes you can say, oh, it's not the same as when we're in school, and it isn't. Like, the things that are going on within schools is so different to when I was in school and different things. And it is going to be. Technology these days is a huge part of the social life of young people, but there's also the disadvantages of what's called cyberbullying, isn't it? And using it as a place of just abuse and harassment and bullying. And I think, but when it comes to the whole thing, what you talk about insecurities, it all comes down to the same stuff of people not believing in themselves, not standing up, not having the confidence to stand up and be heard, to be able to share their voice and saying, look, I'm struggling for this reason. And also people not standing up for one another. You know, when God says us to love our neighbours, like, we are to stand up for those who are hurting, and Jesus did that all the time throughout the whole of his life. You mentioned it, Lizzie, like, he always hung out with the prostitutes, the people who were socially pushed aside, the people who were ill and had terrible diseases that people could catch. He was the one going to them and loving them and spending time with them. And I think that's the same throughout the whole of generation. Actually, that's the same call. We're called to love people no matter what. Because I know in school for myself, like, in the same things, I struggled in school and I was bullied in school. And yeah, I didn't have the confidence I just accepted it. That was part of my life, that being bullied was just a part of it. Like, I can't see it out. I can't see how it's going to change. And there's no way of changing it. So I just accepted that bullying. And then the people I was bullied by were my friends. And yeah, they're your friends, and people say, oh, if you're bullied, they're not your friends. But they are your friends. They are people who you spend time with. They are people who you care about. And in some cases, they do care about you, but they also are not very nice. I think that's the challenge. It's hard it's complicated. It's hard to distance yourself from that. But the thing for me is, I became a Christian when I was 17, and that's when everything changed for me, because God gave me a lot of confidence in my life. So I knew that I was a child of God. I knew that God loved me no matter what. So no matter what was happening in my life, I knew that someone really cared. And that gave me confidence in myself to say, you know what, I want to change this. I want to step out of the struggles. I want to step out of this. I want to find a new friendship group. I want to change new things. And slowly, God kind of really helped me. He brought healing to my life, like He did that. Brought healing to my life. So I think that's really, really cool. Have you guys got anything else to share about your own experiences with that?
Not really.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, guys, we've kind of touched on a little bit, gone down a little bit of a different path than where we were going to, but we talked about school and the social justices and issues in school, and we'd love to hear more about it. And I think in the next episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about other social injustice issues. So join us for that. But guys, I want to thank you for joining us today. Thanks, Sam. Thank you very much. Thanks, Lizzie.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
I never want to drink Iru-Bru again.
Never want to drink Iru-Bru again.
No, I'm done.
But thank you for joining us, guys. We hope you had fun and enjoyed the conversation with us. And please ask us questions in the comments below. Type any questions you have, anything that was said, and you're like, actually, that's something I want to unpack a little bit more, I want to talk about, or actually, you were struggling with something like this. Please message us. We'd love to chat to you about it. We'd love to pray for you, have that conversation, and we're here for you guys. So drop us a DM or drop it in the comments below. But guys, thank you for joining us. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, and we will see you next week.